Hi, folks. Thanks for letting me take a few moments of your time. I want to tell you about something new that we're going to be doing here at the church in a few weeks for your benefit. And what I mean by that, as far as your benefit, we're going to be doing a study. Typically, we have studies in the fall and the spring, and they normally last for about 3 months. But we thought we would do something that would be a little bit shorter. And actually, we thought that the manner in which we do it would be a little bit different from what we have done in the past. In the past, when we've done a study, we simply have gotten together and just answered questions. What we're going to do with this study is we're basically going to have a discussion group. We're going to discuss a topic that we're going to read about with our study and come together and try to learn from each other as we think about what the writer has wrote about. Now you're saying, George, what are we going to be looking at? Well, we're going to be looking at a very well-known book by the late pastor A.W. Tozer. Now some of you might be familiar with that name. A.W. Tozer was born in Clearfield County in Lake Jose and was well known in the Christian and Missionary Alliance Church. So we're going to talk about one of his little books, and it's only 4 chapters long. And the book is How to Be Filled with the Holy Spirit. And I think that this is a pretty good study for us to be looking at right now, simply because there's a lot of curiosity with people. Maybe you've heard about the Asbury revival that spontaneously happened in a chapel service at a Christian college. And you're kind of curious about the desire of these young people to have something more from their relationship with Christ. That's kind of been revealed as people all over the country now are very curious about something deeper with the Lord. Maybe you're wanting something deeper with the Lord. And this study that we're talking about doing, How to Be Filled with the Holy Spirit, will be a guide for you and I to have something more in our relationship with Christ. Actually, it would be a fulfillment of what he told us to do in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 18, where it says, "Be not drunk with wine, but be filled with the Holy Spirit." Now, we've got a lot of things in our mind as far as what that means, but this discussion would kind of guide us based on the writings of A.W. Tozer into what does that actually mean and what does that mean for our lives. So I really want you to consider being a part of this study. Now, I told you it's going to be 4 weeks. We're going to take 1 chapter each week and just have a discussion. Basically, you would come, you would read the few pages. The book is only about 33 pages long. You would read a few pages concerning that chapter, and then you would come and be prepared to talk and work through with the rest of the group what the author is trying to say and how we can apply it to our lives. Now, you're saying, George, when will this take place? Well, we're talking about starting the first group on March the 14th. Well, let me tell you, the fact is, I've found that in the past, we may have a study on one night, but a lot of you can't necessarily be there for that one study. And we felt that it was so important for all of us to go through this book together, we thought we would hold multiple studies. So we're going to have a group on Tuesday night, the 14th, at 7 o'clock, Wednesday morning at 10:30, because some of you don't like driving at night and you want to be a part of the study, Wednesday morning at 10:30, Wednesday night at 7 p.m., and then Thursday night at 7 p.m. And you can sign up at the front of the church by the organ as far as which night you want to be involved in. You say, now, George, I'd really like to be a part of this, but one of the nights that I'm thinking about being a part of, I've got some other obligation that I need to have. What can I do to still be a part of the discussion? Well, you just simply need to come to one of the other nights. It won't matter if you showed up, you're just going to be a part of the discussion. And we're going to learn what God would have us to learn about our relationship with the Holy Spirit. Now, here's the thing. We really want you to be involved with these studies. And we really want you to prayerfully consider, is it worth your time to take 1 hour on an evening or 1 hour on a Wednesday morning and focus in on what this study is wanting for your life. Because what you're going to find is that by you understanding the relationship that you have with the Holy Spirit, you are actually going to find more fulfillment in your Christian life. And so I want to encourage you to be a part. And you say, George, I really can't be a part of any of these studies because of my time restraints or schedule, but I really am still interested in knowing more about what Tozer is saying. Well, we have the books available, and I would encourage you to pick up the book. Now, let's give a priority to those who are going to be a part of this study first, but as always, we want to make the resources available to you. So again, I'm encouraging you to be a part of these studies. And let's see together what the Holy Spirit will do in our lives as God shows us the relationship that we can have with Him. Have a great day.